watch the VODs later when I get orders.
All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. I believe we should have audio. Tweak the levels a little bit. A little bit more. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Back a tiny bit. Testing. All right, we should be good to go.
See, our favorite team, yes.
You know everyone listening can hear you right now, right? Ah, the good fun.
It's your boy, Jacob. Everything I'm about to say, I completely condone.
Oh yes, clearly.
So, shall we start by talking about
We're going to get canceled so hard. This is... I'm going to have to edit this out of the VOD.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing wrong with what I'm about to say. Just say some really terrible things.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And then you get to make an apology video. Yo, that's fire. You get to...
Subscriber spike.
I'm sorry, period. That's the video title. It's perfect. You're basically
The video
a content
is
creator.
just like 3 seconds of like nothing, and then that's it.
Did you watch, what was it? Alphared's Anyone Can Be an Influencer?
No.
He basically brought a bunch of random people into a room and basically told them, he basically had, it's like a little like reality show competition kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have to guess like which thumbnail has more views and like they had to like make an apology video. He didn't tell them what it was that they did. They just had to make an apology video. This is pretty funny. What? Huh? Yeah? They do, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my dad made the whole spiel by saying so, as I was saying about my
our MC booth. Before I do, I just want to welcome everybody to this year's 2022-23 Robotics Meet. We have some great teams that are here. We have teams that have been working hard, diligently putting together these robots that you're going to see play on the field today. Also, this day is the day before Halloween, but hopefully it won't be too spooky as you participate in today's event. I know there are a lot of students that came, and they're a little bit nervous because it's Meet Zero, but that's the reason why we have a Meet Zero, is to get all this kind of those nerves calm, because there's a lot of things that go on this field that are a first for any team. So they went through inspections. A lot of teams took note of what they didn't have right, but there may be, if you see some things on the field that don't look right to you, they may not be right because they were noted, but they're here. We're all here, and we're all here to support them and the work that they're doing. So I'm excited to turn it over to
impressive.
Before we do, we're going to stand for the pledges of the national anthem to honor the freedoms that we have in this country and for the fact that we can do this safely, freely, and without stress. So, Pam.
Video as well. We do play a different game every year. This year's game is called Power Play. You guys have probably seen the game video. It may have been a little bit, so we're going to cue the video up here in just a second. In the meantime, if you want to go on your phones and follow the matches from today, we are posting all of the scores and the schedule on the website called FTCscores.com. If you go to your phone, FTCscores.com, we'll show our match schedule, and it'll show the match results. Sometimes even before we show them on the big screen, it works that well. I will say we are the first league to do a Meet Zero that's using FTC scores this season, which means everything is going to go perfectly with the website. We're going to have no issues with that because we never do. Also, if anyone couldn't make it here and they want to watch from home, Brainstorms Team 10298 is live streaming this at home as well. I believe you can go to the Brainstorms YouTube channel and they're live streaming so you're at the top of their channel.
Yep, I already got 3 concurrent viewers.
We have 3 concurrent viewers, which I think is 3-1 last year. I think this is a new thing they're doing. Thank you so much for sharing that as well.
Like and subscribe.
Alright, we do have the match video loading.
To the first Tech Challenge 2022-2023 Season 6.
randomly selected teams, 2 per alliance. But each alliance only allows 1 human player. Your opponent for one match may be your partner for another. Robots must be built from materials specified in the game manual and fit within an 18-inch sizing pool, but may expand after the match. The game element is a 4-inch diameter by 5-inch tall plastic cone. There are 60 cones, 30 red and 30 blue. Teams may also use their custom designed pieces in gameplay. The game is played on a 12-foot square playing field with a foam-tiled floor and 1-foot-high walls. Various sized junctions are placed across the field, including 9 round junctions. In addition, there are 8 low, 4 medium, and 4 high junctions. These junctions are mounted on flexible springs and might not be perfectly vertical. Taped-off substations are centered on both sides. In each corner are taped-off terminals. In the front and back of the field are taped stripes to help robots find cone stacks. There are 4 signals placed on the field. 4 unique navigation images are positioned on the field wall. And outside of the field are the red and blue alliance stations. Before each match, cones are stacked in the substation storage. Custom beacons are also placed in substation storage. Teams place their robots on the field, touching the wall between the substations and storage. Each team may preload 1 cone to their robot. The 3-sided signal is then randomized. Each image references a specific parking target during match play. If a team designs their own signal sleeve, it can be used to gain additional points. The field and players are now ready. The match begins with a 30 seconds autonomous period. During this period, there are a number of ways for teams to score, using only pre-programmed instructions and sensor input. Each cone secured on a junction earns points. 2 points for the ground junction, 3 points for the low junction, 4 points for the medium junction, and 5 points for the high junction. A robot parked in their alliance substation or terminal earns 2 points. If a robot sensors correctly read the randomized signal, it can park in the corresponding signal zone to earn 10 points. However, parking in the proper signal zone shown by a custom signal sleeve will earn 20 points. A colored cone is one on top. This earns an additional point. This earns 10 additional points and prevents the opposing alliance from recapturing that junction. An alliance earns 20 points by completing extra points. This is done by not making this kind of junction. one cylinder to the other. And if a robot is parked in either of their alliance terminals, it earns 2 points. All codes scored during the
Hey, at least it's a little higher quality now.
is not the law. And when
Daniel, actually, that's what I was
beyond technology. For complete rules, please read both game manual and check the Q&A forum. And always remember the most important rule is racial professionalism. Good luck to you, and have a great season.
If it didn't make sense, don't worry. We're going to play some matches. The teams have all seen this, and I'll be walking you guys through it as the robots are going on the field. All right, I'm going to get my mic sound a little bit higher. I don't know which one it is. We're going to guess here. This one? Does that sound a little... Oh, there we go. Now I can hear you. Now I'm not going to lose my voice. All right, we have 4 robots set up on the field. The way it's going to work, we're going to play through matches throughout the day. 4 robots one at a time, 2 on red, 2 on blue. The robots are going to set up on the field. We're going to go through a randomization process to try and confuse the robots in autonomous. They're probably going to be smarter than us. Then we're going to run 30 seconds of autonomous. We're going to run 2 minutes of teleop. Robots are going to stay on the field, and we'll post a score. All right. Are we ready for our first match? Yeah! Okay, so going through the process here. Red Alliance, Blue Alliance. Let's make sure you've initialized an autonomous program. So this will be the last time you touch your phone until the countdown. So you should have selected autonomous, just initialize. Alright, our scorekeeper should be able to randomize the field for us. This is going to try and confuse the robots for autonomous. Our randomization this year are these 4 signals that are on the field. The red and blue, they look like cones. They're not cones. You can't score these. These are called signals. They're different. So there's 3 different sides to the signal. There's a 1, 2, and a 3. And depending on what dice we roll, changes what that signal is. Now the important part here is in autonomous, our robots want to be parking in zone 2. So zone 2 for each robot right now are the tiles in front of it. So if I were this robot, I'd be trying to park here. If I were this robot, I'd be trying to park in one of these 2, and then same on the close side of the field there. Alright, now that we're randomized, we do another round of thumbs. So, are we ready to start the robots? Robots ready to start? Alright. Timekeeper, we ready? Refs, do you think we're ready? Audience, ready for the first match? Yeah! Alright, Meet Zero in Ojai, first match of the day. 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, it did start. We have a timer. We had an audio issue there, but now all the robots seem like they're moving. Brainstorms on the Red Alliance did park in the correct signal zone. That will get them 20 points. On Blue Alliance, CD Val going to score that 1 cone. That's 4 points. And they're parked in that signal zone as well. So if they stay there, that'll be 20. There's 10 seconds left. I might talk over it here because I'm not sure if we'll have audio. Okay, we're pretty sure we'll have audio here. Let's see what happens. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1, go. Normally it buzzes for me, but I have to buzz sometimes. So now we're in our 2-minute teleoperated period. This means the robots are being controlled by joysticks. Those are our drivers on the Red and Blue Alliance. Priorities here is going to be scoring cones. There are 2 different ways to score cones in teleop. You can either put cones in the terminals, which are the red and blue triangles on the 4 corners of the field, or you can put cones on junctions, which are these ground, low, medium, and high junctions. Brainstorm scoring on a medium junction there, that's going to give them 4 points. You'll also see human players on the red and blue alliance placing cones into their substation, which are these triangles on the side to introduce more cones on the field. 10, 6, 7, 3 on the red alliance has a cone in their claw going for that low junction. Brainstorm's also on red going for a medium junction. They do score that, that's another 4 points for them. Simi Valley scoring in one of their terminals. Those are those triangles at the corner of the field. We have 1 minute left in the match. Brainstorm's going for their third score on that medium junction. They do get it. Now there's a little bit of strategy that happens here. You get 4 points for each score on the medium junction, which is what we're seeing from Brainstorm and Simi Valley. 3 points for the low junctions, which we're seeing from our two robots on the coast side. 37 seconds left. Getting close to endgame. We're thinking about it here. Endgame just started. That was that buzzer in the background you heard. Started teams. Endgame changes the scoring opportunities a little bit. You can park in certain locations at the end of the match. You can also introduce a custom beacon onto the field, which we might see from the blue lines here. About 12 seconds left. That's a beacon on the field. That's a custom element introduced by the blue lines, which could score for more points. 5 seconds left in the match. 3, 2, 1. All right, round of applause for our teams here. Everyone can stay in the area. Our referees are going to try and score the field. Our teams did a great job making a mess. Hopefully that mess is going to translate into points. We do have live scoring up on the screen. This is not always accurate, and these scores are not final until you see the cool bit of animation that we play after this. So taking a look at the field real quick, we have on the red alliance, I see a low, a medium, and 4 more on the medium junctions here. Looks like they stayed basically on their side of the field. For the blue alliance, I see a terminal score over here and on the other side of the field. A low, 2 mediums, ground junction there in the very middle of the field as well. We did see some autonomous scoring as well. Remember, on red and blue alliance, we had a robot parked in the correct signal zone. We rolled a 5 on the dice, which meant the middle zone was correct. If we saw both Brainstorms and Simi Valley Parks, we'll get 20 points for that autonomous. Referees looking at the field again. We're trying to figure out everything that happened here. Over on the blue lines, we're having a discussion. You can get points for parking at the end of the match. So we're trying to figure out where your robot can be parked at the end of the match to get points. Over on the red alliance, we also did see a custom beacon deployed by the red alliance as well. No one interacted with that, but there is opportunity there. So another thing to consider looking at the playing field here, you get points for putting cones on junctions. So for example, we said the medium junction here is 4 points per cone. You have 4 cones, so that junction is 16 points. At the end of the game, if you have your color as the top cone on that junction, you own that junction. You get 3 bonus points on each junction that you own. So you might think the best strategy is just put all your cones on one junction, but you kind of see red and blue spread out a little bit because you get, for example, scoring 1 cone on the low junction close to the audience there, for the medium junction, is 4 points as it would be here, but because they play that, you get another 3. There's a little bit of strategy in mixing up where you're placing those cones. Okay, I believe scores are submitted. This does stop updating at certain points, so I wouldn't trust that. If you're on FTC scores and it buzzes a score, that is the correct score. Alright, this is what a live score looks like. Results in 3, 2, 1. Red Alliance, 52 points, a very close match. Breaking that down just a little bit, we saw 20-point autonomous for both teams. Blue Alliance did get a cone autonomous, which is that extra 4 points. Driver control is going to be based solely on how many cones you have on junctions. And our end game 9 points is because each team owns 3 junctions. Alright, teams, you can come get your robots off the field. We'll set up for our second match. Alright, we are setting up for match number 2. Red Alliance, Savage Spud, and Z Transformers. Blue Alliance has Royal Robotics and Riptag Robotics. Alright, teams, go ahead and come into the box here.
$45 people are watching it.
Or at least 45 have clicked on it once, 8 concurrent. Also, our audio is still live. Yeah, I'm aware I need to charge my computer. Change the sound a little bit.
Alright, I see 4 robots set up on the field. That's 6 have some show. Doing a great
Hi
job.
there,
making sure
Internet.
the teams are set up correctly.
So we're
Teams are
seeing
able to
at
preload one of
102.98.
their cones. Preload just means they can take a cone from
I'm
their
just going to shut up.
substation and
Enjoy the game.
storage. That's the stack of 20 cones on the side of the field here.
Was that all live?
Place it,
Yes.
touching their robots.
Everyone heard that.
Yay, making a fool of myself in front of the internet.
Always fun.
Alright teams, the way it's going to work, we're going to get a thumbs up when you selected an autonomous program if you're doing autonomous. Then we're going to randomize the field, and then we're going to have a countdown to start autonomous. So let's do the thumbs up. That means you've selected your autonomous program and you've hit the initialize button, but not the play button. Alright, thumbs if we're ready, so that means no more touching driver station controllers once I see thumbs. Thumbs red, thumbs blue. Alright, now we're going to randomize the field. Again, we do this to choose which signal zone is going to be bonus points. We roll a 1 on the dice, so our signal zone is going to be to the left of the starting from the robots. So for example, Blue Alliance is going to want to park in these two, or the two right to the right of some there. Red Alliance here, again to the left side, so shift to right. To tell the robots that, we actually rotate the cones so that one of the 3 pictures is facing the robot. Alright, one more round of thumbs before we start autonomous. Thumbs if we're ready to start. Timekeeper looks like we're ready. Rex, are we ready? Alright, we'll start our match in 3, 2, 1, go! There's that match now. Alright, so in autonomous, robots don't have to do anything, as you're seeing. Again, what they can do, there's a couple different options. If the robot can drive just a little bit, you can get 2 points by parking in your substation or terminal on your Alliance. So you just shift to the side a little bit. You can try and score your code if it's preloaded. You can also try and score on the terminals, or you can read that signal and park in a signal zone. Otherwise, we're just going to see the timer here run out and keep going to tell you.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, that signals the start of Teleop. I see at least 3. There's the 4th robot driving. So all 4 robots moving on the field here. Remember, this is the first time these teams are competing on this field, so it's going to be a little different. Looks like one wheel might not be working, but we are kind of circling like a shark here, going for that low junction maybe. That's 13046. World Robotics on Blue Alliance pushes a cone into that terminal. They get a point for doing that. Oh, some careful driving there by Red Alliance, getting a cone onto that low junction. Low junctions are worth 2 points, but remember, if that cone is still there at the end, you get another 3. Going for a tall junction, that would be our first tall junction score here. There'll be 5 points when we do it. That's our first tall junction score. You do get 5 points for that. About a minute 15 remaining. Alright, pushing cones into barrels. We do have a lift attempt here. Cone in hand for the Red Alliance, going on to that low junction for 3 points. 3 points. Red Alliance going for another ground junction here, trying to finesse that cone into that ground junction, not quite getting. We have another cone for Blue Alliance delivered into that substation. Now going for a medium size, that would be 4 points if they score it. Because no one owns that junction, if that is there at the end, they'll also get the 3 for ownership. So a 7-point potential drop here, and they do get those 7 points. That's the end game buzzer. That's our last 30 seconds. Blue Alliance getting 3 cones in their terminal. Those are the triangles in the corner. You get 1 point per cone in the terminal. About 15 seconds left in the match. Teams could be thinking about end game, or they could be thinking, oh, it's like a blue cone gets knocked over. About 7 seconds remaining. Teams deciding where they want to go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, round of applause, Rusty. Let's stop our robot here. Let's get the robot stopped. Alright, round of applause for our teams here. Alright, taking a quick look at the field. Blue Alliance looks like they have fewer cones scored, they're scored on higher value junctions. So we have a high and a medium junction score, which is 5 and 4. So that would be 9. Plus 3 for ownership brings them up to 15. And they have a few more cones scored in their terminal. That's the triangle in the corner. There's 3 there, brings them to 18. I think that's what they're going to get there. At the end of the match, we do have a blue robot marked in the terminal, so that'd be another 2, 20. I like math. Red Alliance, looks like we have 1, 2, 3 cones scored, lower value, right? That's the 3 points for the low, 2 for the ground, and then 1 for the terminal, which is the corner there. But they have 3 ownerships, which is going to be 9 points total. And I didn't do the math on that one, but it looks like Red scored saying 17. I'm going to trust that. I think the referees are now talking about, towards the end of the match, we had a stack of 5 blue cones, which were knocked over by one of the Blue Alliance robots. Now the rules are a little tricky here. They're talking about how it works. You're only allowed to control 1 cone at a time. There's a limit on that. However, there are restrictions or ways around that for things like pushing them out of the way or inadvertent movement of the cone. So if you have a cone and you're just kind of driving by and you nudge another one, that doesn't count as controlling it because you're not controlling where it goes. You're just kind of inadvertently moving it under one through. We call that plowing. So if you plow through something, that's it. As soon as you start herding them, would be like where you herd a group of cattle, kind of coming around and moving a group through a certain area, that counts as controlling. So they're talking now about what that stack of 5 cones in this blue line is. Okay, they are going to call that plowing, which is accidental. They think it was just getting the cones out of the way. It wasn't any strategic advantage, so they're not going to give any penalties for that. All right, I believe we're ready to submit scores. Let's take a look at the result of the match. Blue Alliance keeps it with 20 points. Again, they scored 2 more cones in their terminal, but really the higher scoring points, getting the 5 points on that tall junction and the 4 on the medium really got in the match there. All right, Team Q, grab on the field, grab your robots. So our next match, we're going to have a 5-minute break before we start. Because we only have 10 teams, and we need to shuffle the teams that are playing, we'll mix up who's playing this match. Sometimes teams have to play back-to-back. So to make that fair, whenever there's a back-to-back game for a team, we give them a 5-minute break before they're supposed to be on the game.
Probably. Excuse me, I have a broadcast to make on pirate radio.
Turn on your hotspot.
Don't have one. Tough luck. Why don't you download games? Like, find... Play games that aren't mobile games. Hello, there's some dead time, so I'm going to put in an advertisement for, the library that I'm using to, in the past, I mean, we've used color detection to determine what marker is what, this year, as some of you might have noticed, if you zoom in, which I doubt many of you have, we're using this series of patterns, called April tags, and so, okay, so anyway, April tags are really cool because they're incredibly simple patterns, but when they're recognized within a frame, it's unequivocal. So, in other words, if position 1 is there, then I see an April tag, I get whatever, the internet. Yeah, we've been streaming it. Jacob has, yeah. Apparently we have 65 views. 65. Anyway, April tags are also awesome because, in addition to doing what you'd expect them to, which is, just of course, being a normal fiducial marker, that's fancy programmer speak for, an item that when it's in an image can be recognized and known as something.
The live stream, keeping the viewers entertained.
Yeah, I'm advertising an April tag.
Hashtag free advertising.
Anyway, so
Hashtag not sponsored.
true. Anyway, so April tag. When April tag is seen, they're so awesome because they're so simple. But when they're recognized, the camera immediately knows how far away from the signal that it is, the pattern that's the April tag. What position the camera's at, and what tilt the camera's at, and also how far away the April tag is, and even what position and rotation it's at in real time to, I believe, 1/10 of a degree, with an update time of about several milliseconds. They're awesome. I highly recommend the library. It's written by OpenCV. Easy OpenCV has a port of it. April tag is used instead of color at basically every professional robotics group, especially high school robotics, because it requires far less optimization. Anyway, use that library. It's absolutely wonderful, and you'll probably have it running within about 10 or 11 minutes. Alright, farewell. I'll leave you to stare at the field as it's being constructed now. We have 69 views.
Alright, welcome back from our 5-minute break. We have 4 more robots set up on the field. Thank you for being on time, team. Thank you, everyone. Alright, 4 robots are set up. Yep, the robots are allowed to be preloaded with 1 cone each from their Alliance substation. Alright, teams, once you're ready. Oh, looks like the team is not ready because I see a battery in someone's hand. That's okay, we got a minute. Otherwise, go ahead and select an autonomous program if you'd like. You can hit initialize on your phones. And just a second here for Blue Alliance. Just so you know, the devices that control the robots are cell phones. That's all they really are. There is a slightly custom cell phone in a rugged case by a company called Rev Robotics. You're not required to use those, most teams do. The nice advantage with these custom cell phones is they have swappable batteries. So you can have two of these, one charging, and then if your battery dies or goes low, you can just swap it for another battery, one screw in the back of the device. Our blue line's doing that now. They just swap batteries, it looks like, waiting for their phone to turn back on. On the robots, it's a little bit different. It's a cell phone. It's the same thing. It's just one phone talking to another phone. There's no screen on the cell phone on the robots. We call them control hubs. The control hubs, let's see if you can see from the audience there. It's under the bundle of wires here. It's the ones with the orange stripe. Believe it or not, there's just an Android cell phone inside the control hubs. Alright, I see thumbs from blue lines. Let's get thumbs for everyone. Red lines, ready to randomize. That means you've selected the autonomous program and you hit initialize on autonomous.
Are you keeping the chat engaged?
Alright.
I know understand.
Ready to randomize the
You
video.
guys should be at the railing. TJ, railing.
Is a 3. We're getting good variety here.
Are you watching it?
How are you keeping
So
the
a
chat
3 means
engaged?
that it's going to be the zone on the
I'm just
robot.
gonna let it go. I mean, it's
It's going
their
to be the bonus signal zone for this match. So all of these signals get rotated so that it's going to be the third option. We did see brainstorms in their previous match correctly park, I believe, detect and park in that middle zone. Let's see if they can detect and park in one of those two tiles for their bonus 20 points here. Thumbs if we're ready to start our match. Red lines, blue lines, refs. Looks like we're ready to start our match in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, we're making some friends over on the red alliance, pushing one cone into the terminal. We saw one of our robots push in there, and then also some parking points, at least for one robot, maybe both. Brainstorms, not surprised, good job Brainstorms getting those 20 bonus points. They have a pretty cool system here. They have this custom signal sleeve. It's a printed piece of paper with what looks like, almost like QR codes. I think they're called April tags.
Yeah, they are.
And
In addition to that, whatever the able type driver, pick up your controls. It also knows me. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, I'm being told that I assume someone on the Brainstorm team is wearing the sweatshirt, that these April tags not only tell the robot which tag it is, but where it is in space. So it should give the robot some kind of position information as well as the robot drives around the field. The same way when you walk closer to something that gets bigger, the robot can see when that code gets bigger or smaller. That's pretty sweet. 1 minute, 40 seconds. We did start our teleop period. Brainstorm's scoring in our terminal there, so we have both terminals scored. Red Alliance pushing their second cone into that terminal as well. Terminals are 1 point each. An interesting strategy from our human player on Brainstorm side here on the Blue Alliance, actually stacking cones on top of each other in their Alliance substation. If you look at Brainstorm's spot here, they actually grab the cone from the top, and it looks to be easier if they grab the cone maybe when it's stacked on top of others. Waiting for the human player to actually put 3 cones to make a triple stack there so that that robot can grab that cone. About a minute remaining in the match. Blue Alliance may be thinking about making a circuit. We haven't seen this yet. The Red Alliance, meanwhile, has 3 pushing a 4th cone into their terminal. So what we haven't seen yet, but what I think is being set up here, is a circuit. A circuit can happen if you complete basically a line using diagonals or straight lines across the field from one terminal to another. That was the endgame buzzer. There's 20 seconds left. Brainstorm's continuing to score on that medium post. We do have a beacon placed on the field, 10 seconds left. The beacon's that custom 3D printed element. This is going to give them an additional 10 points if they match, if they get a score. They don't quite get it. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. Alright, round of applause for our teams. Alright, I'm going to point out the circuit thing real quick. I'm in a weird spot as an MC. I'm not allowed to coach teams, so that means I can't say anything that might tell the teams what they should be doing during a match. But if I could tell them, I would tell them they were very close to making a circuit. So to make a circuit, I promise I won't touch anything. To make a circuit, you need a cone in both terminals, so for Blue Alliance, and then you can follow diagonals or straight lines, and you have to make a line all the way across the field. So you're careful to touch all 3 of these count as connected as a circuit. Unfortunately, the single cone does not count as a cone, so that's not scored. But if they had gotten a cone on one of these 2 or that 3rd one, they could connect from here to one of these, to the middle, to this one. They were missing this junction. Maybe they can't do a tall one, but they could have gone to the ground, and they already had a terminal of both junctions. away from completing a circuit across the field. A circuit when completed gives you 20 bonus points. If you've seen the scores so far today, I think our score highest is 62, 20 points over another third of their score. So the team's getting very close to that strategy. So as an audience member, you just have to remember, if I'm talking about circuits, I can't technically point out on the field what you need to do, because that would count as coaching. But keep an eye on where those lines are as you go. Looks like scores are submitted. Results on the screen. 62 points, our new high score. Autonomous, we saw that part of the correct signal zone. I believe that should be 20 points. Head ref side, so we'll take a look at that. That score might go up another 10. Driver control 34. I can't do the math on this, I'm not going to try. But we do see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cones on the terminals. They're going to get nice NBA points for that. We also see cones for the junction. Red lines with 10. We did see 3 in autonomous. That was for the parking and the 1 cone pushed into the terminal. Driver control was another 5, because there's 5 cones in the terminal at the end there. And then ending, we have the robot parking in the terminal for another 2 points. So to note there, for autonomous on red, you get a point for putting your cone in the terminal at the end of autonomous, which is one of those 3 autonomous points for red. If the cone is still there at the end of the match, you also get the 1 point for it being in the junction. And that's true for the junctions on the field, too. Alright, sounds like we are going to do a score adjustment on Blue Alliance. If 62 wasn't enough, how about 72? So autonomous going from 10 to 20. And then teams can provide the custom signal sleeve. This is the signal cone. There's a little paper sleeve that goes over it. If you provide your own sleeve, autonomous goes to 20 points instead of 10. Alright, team, you got your what's up, Michael? Thanks for waiting. You'll be able to start. Alright, we have another match coming up for the Red Lions. Savage Lions, Team Valley on red. Some Transformers and Cones on blue.
So great about you all down.
I was just thinking about this 2 months ago.
Oh, the reusing that?
Yeah. But I was like,
Yeah. Some like optimism that's more like. Yeah, people are. We're off. Well, give me one.
Alright, we have 4 robots set up on the floor. Go ahead and initialize an autonomous program. Teams here choosing to preload one of those cones if they like. The game design committee was nice this year. They actually made the names pretty easy. The red and blue boxes that people stand in is the Alliance Station. The triangle is called their substation, where the human player can go into to deliver cones. And all of the cones are in the substation storage. So it's all essence. Station, substation, substation, storage. And all you gotta remember is roughly the word station, and you kind of got all 3 of those in one. teams setting up their robots. There is actually a restriction in this year's game on where you can set your robot up. It does have to be completely in the tile that you see the 4 robots in, so you're not going to see variability here on where robots are set up. You might see a change in their orientation. For example, Sea Valley here has their robot rotated 90 degrees. They do have to be touching the playing field wall, so push up against that wall. You can't start forward on the tile. And then they can optionally start with 1 cone touching their robot. Alright, teams, go ahead and initialize an autonomous program. Set your controllers down and give me a thumbs up if you're ready to randomize the field. Remember, after you thumbs up and after you randomize, you're not allowed to touch your controllers. So make sure you've initialized and autonomous.
What are you doing?
Alright, looks like we're ready to randomize. It's a 2? Ah, it's a 6. I was going to be cool with it. So a 6 means that the robot's right side is going to be bonus 20 points. It also means all of these signals. They're not cones, they're signals. Signals are all going to be rotated and be facing so that the third picture is in front of the robot. I'm careful to say signals and not cones because you cannot score these like cones. They are only signals. Alright. Team, some for ready to start autonomous. Ready to start autonomous? Timekeepers, reps. Looks like we're ready. We'll be starting in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, 1 robot moving on the field here, Sea Valley Robotics. Lines up on that low. Oh, they actually go back and fix themselves a little bit. Trying to get those 4 points. Looks like it's on, and they do deliver for 4 points. And remember, that's 4 points now, and 4 points later. With 7 seconds left, rock, paper, scissors duel happening. Noah coming out on top, Christopher Duposh still fighting. I saw Christopher win at least 2 of those 3.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we have at least 3 of our robots moving on the field. There's our 4th robot moving. I'd like to see that. Z-Transformers on the blue lines with that preloaded cone. Now going towards that medium junction for 4 points. Sea Valley on red going for a low junction for 3. Z-Transformers on blue, kind of bending the pole out of the way. Oh, you do see a score on blue lines there on the low junction. Sea Valley on red actually grabbing from this 5 stack. That's the first time we've seen attempted score there. Z-Transformers does have a cone stuck on their intake. So we're going to have to figure something out with that. Alright, over on the red alliance, we have the push ball going around, 67-26, trying to go for that middle junction. Sea Valley on the red alliance, scoring a medium junction there. (23-1) the blue alliance, going for that tall terminal. They get high, junction, they do get high enough, they just need to line it up correctly. They do deliver it down, and that cone drops. That is a 5-point junction that they score there. 43 seconds remaining, despite running time. Blue Alliance trying to go for a second cone score. They don't quite grab it. Red Alliance with another score. Also on the Red Alliance, pushing into the terminal. Endgame buzzer, that means 30 seconds remaining. Not much time left, about 15 seconds. Robots maybe getting into their endgame positioning here. Let's see what teams are deciding to do. Some very careful driving, 10 seconds remaining. Code being dragged into the terminal for Red Alliance. 3 seconds left, 2, 1. Alright, round of applause for our teams here. Alright, we did see some interesting effects happening on the Blue Alliance. I don't want to comment on that yet, but I will talk to the rest afterwards and see how that goes. The Red Alliance going with a different strategy here. Basically just trying to claim everything we can on this side of the field. I do want to check real quick for circuit completion. It looks like they have one in their terminal on the close side there. They do have one of the ground junctions and then their circuit breaks there. So lots of scoring in this area, but it doesn't look like it's connected on this part of the field. sounds like some penalties might be dished out. I don't want to comment yet until the referees have decided. This is meet zero, so of course we're going to give warnings where we can, but sometimes if teams break rules, we do have to apply penalties. The way penalties work in this year's game is a little different from previous years. So penalties come in two forms, minor and major penalties. A minor penalty is 10 points, and a major penalty is 30 points. So the way these points are applied, instead of subtracting from your score, it actually gets added onto the other team's score. So in this case, I don't want to call anything yet. It sounds like the referees are considering some penalties on the blue Alliance. If that does happen, you might see under the penalties here that Red Alliance might have a penalty mark, and that's going to up Red's score. So you have to be careful how you do the penalties this year. It is in addition to the other team, not a subtraction like you have in shooting penalties. So head refs up later explaining, I'm giving you two penalties that are going to be given out. The first one is for early start of game. So after the autonomous period, there's an 8-second countdown timer. Your robot is not allowed to move during that countdown. And I believe the robot did start moving early. The second penalty being given out is actually possession of two elements at the same time. So if you look at one of our blue line spots here, they unfortunately had one of those cones fall back and get stuck onto their lift. That does count as controlling one cone. So as soon as they start possessing and trying to score with a second cone, even though no one's stuck in their robot, that does count as controlling two cones. So I believe the penalties are going to be for that as well. Yeah, so referees telling teams need to watch out. You can only control one cone at a time. So that means if you're pushing cones on the ground, you can only be pushing one. If there's one stuck on your robot, you gotta shake it loose before you start doing other stuff on the field. Alright, line score coming up on the screen in just a second here. Alright, the 79 point score for Red Alliance. Here I want to point out it does say 20 for blue penalty. That means blue got penalty points, so it was added on to Reds. So 59 points on the field for Red, plus the 20 for blue's penalty there. Brings up to 79 points. Alright, we'll set up here for our next match. We'll in the field for the second period. Alright, team 2 comes in and run up on the field. 13, we have Spudbox and Riptide on red against Spudnik and Chromium on blue.
If I were to go and just don't like lose your balance while faking it, that would be a penalty. That would be a
Alright, team second after all, don't have a select and autonomous road. There you go.
How's live stream going? Alright. MC, yeah.
Probably really live.
Yeah, about 10 viewers. You're live on the stream, by the way. The sound is coming from this one. But your MC is real good. Yeah, our MC is great, man. He MCs. He's actually one of the mentors of Simi Valley Robotics. And so he MCs these league meets, and he also often MCs the interleague tournaments. Also, but yeah, he's great, man. Exciting stuff. Hopefully the live stream is going pretty well for y'all. The setup's a little interesting. I wish I could show you, but the camera I'm using, it's hard to film the camera itself with the camera itself. But it's literally a spare cell phone zip tied to a spare piece of Actibotix hanging over a rail, but like kind of zip tied to it, so that if someone were to kick it, it wouldn't actually fall down to the floor below. It's interesting, but it works.
Alright, we have 4 robots on the field. Teams, please select your Thomas Schroeder. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Ready, you select your Thomas and preload your cone. Controllers are down. We're ready to randomize. Yes, you can initialize, but don't move. Looks like we got those in our teams. Let's go ahead and recognize the field. It's a 6. Alright, we're going to rotate all of those signals to be number 3. That means robots want to be streaming to their right. I know the picture's a little weird, but from a robot point of view, 3 zones to the right. Alright, one more round of thumbs. Drivers are ready. Trevor's ready. Timekeeper's ready. Refs are ready. Start your match in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, we have blue line spot pushing into the ball. Let's hit the terminal. Can it stay in the terminal? Yes. 20 seconds to spare. No problem. Remember, parking in the terminal gives you 2 points in autonomous. You can also choose to park only in autonomous into the substation, which is the triangle there. In case you did get 2 robots in that triangle, you got another triangle for your second robot there. Remember, in end game though, only the terminals now.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
Turn it off and then on.
3, 2, 1.
Uh-oh. Alright, looks like we have a little bit of a robot malfunction over on the red lanes there. So wheels are spinning when they probably shouldn't be, except when they initialized something was wrong. Knocking over a stack of red, and knocking over a stack of blue. Hopefully they can figure that out. The blue line is off, knocking over their stack of blue as well. Alright, looks like one of our red line spots is hidden there, choosing to disable the robot. hopefully they can get that figured out before their next match. About a minute 10 remaining. Blue Lions, Sputnik there, going for that tall junction. Doing a little wheelie as they place that there, they're getting the 5 points. Ooh, I heard something snap over on our Red Lions there. We'll see what happens. Oh, it looks like it's moving again. That's promising. We only want so many robot failures at a time here. About 45 seconds remaining. Sputnik here over on the Blue Lions, trying to get one of those cones. They do get one. Got wide chassis. Ooh, it's like a rectangular shaped chassis actually. So they can straight sideways through some of the terminals here. Looks like we have a shaft collar, maybe a hole that came out on the field. Let's make sure to pick up some robot droppings on the field after the match. We have 20 seconds remaining. Some people choosing to do some mitigating objectives parking the terminal there. Blue Lions trying to push maybe a third cone into that terminal. Red Lions, Blue Lions parking one of the red terminals there. 5 seconds remaining. And that'll wrap the match up. All right, we plus our teams. All right, give us just a second while the refs score the field here. We can see quite a bit of action that happened. Alright, sounds like once again the multiple cone possession rule coming into play. You are only allowed to possess one cone at a time. We can see it looks like on the red lines, a robot pushing multiple cones into the terminal at the same time. So teams need to be careful about that. And our Central right now walking over to the Blue Lions. This is going to be a pretty penalty-heavy match. Don't worry, this is Meet Zero. We're going to go home and forget everything. But for now, we can remember, Red Lions here at the start of the match decided they initialized and ran the robot. Looks like there was some technical, maybe communication issues. I promise they were not slamming the left button on their joystick there. Their robot decided to string around the field. They tried to stop it. We'll figure out what happened there. They did come across the field. They started the match early, which is likely to be a penalty. They also knocked over the blue stack of cones as the Red Lions. Fortunately, the rules are clear on that one. It actually is in manual part 2 at the very bottom. It does tell you that it's a minor penalty for each cone knocked over, which would be all that. So we'll see how the referees go in this. Again, this is Meet Zero. We are trying to be really on the team too, but we do want them to understand how they need to play correctly. Also explaining, I believe, on the Blue Lions, we need to be careful that when the robots are in the substations, that the human player is not also in that substation. So the human player needs to be fully behind the perimeter wall while robots are interacting in that substation. That's a safety concern. It's also in the risk. Alright, sounds like we'll be starting lunch at noon. It is 15 minutes away, so we have time for one, maybe 2 more matches. We'll see how many penalties the rest of out. Alright, we did see some in-game penalties put in there. The Red Lions penalty going towards the blue side. I believe that was for the early start on the order of penalties. give teams a chance to swap batteries, fix some technical issues. Again, lunch is going to happen at noon, so we're going to see if we can squeeze 2 games into this 5-minute break. We'll probably just have one more game and then lunch out. By lunch, I mean teams probably panicking to fix their robot.
I'm allowed to. All right.
What is that?
Also remember you're live on TV. The audio is coming back from the computer right there.
What's Maurice playing?
Yeah, I know, that's what we're all watching.
Wait, is it?
Is that rip off Minecraft? Yeah, that does some really
Those are some awesome graphics.
real Minecraft has better graphics than that. Rose? Hey, can you hear him right now? I guess not.
Yeah. Explain.
Like my account. I made it on time. Like, how do I hit this? Alright, this is what we're doing.
Why? Because he knows who I like. And he just told me. He doesn't want to.
Why do you think say that to live stream that's watching this on camera.
I used to do something
This one right here?
Yeah, this
my audio is live?
yes, in fact, it just dumped up 3 concurrent viewers just by walking over here.
Hi guys, watch and be cool.
Yo, welcome to my live stream.
Welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play.
This is Jacob Newman.
He literally looks over that. Place. She literally like go. She like did the lean down and started talking about Halloween.
Oh, he just dropped a concurrent viewer. They're driving the viewers away, man.
He's so mad right now, I can tell. I sure hope they can hear us.
I hate teens so
They,
much.
well, they can hear you, and there was a VOD, so yeah. What are you doing?
Well, you dropped her.
What did you just say?
This is what you get when you kind of run a professional live stream and then let a bunch of high schoolers have like, on a computer.
Yeah, it is actually. Literally my second in command. No.
Wait, oh, I am.
Oh, bro, I love this game.
No. And then no. T.
We will be running one more match. Match number 6 here. That'll get us halfway through the day. Then we're going to break for a nice lunch break.
I knew you were shocked.
Discord.
Never.
Alright, we have something for our last match before lunch here. Let's get us halfway through the day. 6 of 13. Red Alliance, Killer Instincts A, and Royal Alliance against Blue Alliance, Simi Valley, and Columbia. Our teams select your autonomous program, hit initialize, preload code if you like. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Alright, those of you that are math freaks in the audience will be excited to hear this. This is a surrogate match. We make sure every team plays 5 matches. There are 10 teams. We run 4 at a time. You'll realize that 10 times 5 is 50, and 4 doesn't divide into 50 because you have a remainder of 2. Glad you followed that. What that means is 2 teams here are playing their a surrogate match. They'll be playing 6 matches today instead of 5, which could be good or could be bad for them, depends how the robot's going. Although they are filling in those 2 extra positions to make the math work out nice, this will not count towards their total score. So our 2 teams here, I believe, are Simi Valley and Royal Robotics. So although they are on their alliances, they're competing the best they can. This will not count towards their win-losses for the day. And because this is mean 0, it's not going to count for anything for any enemies. You can tell it's a surrogate match if you have a match schedule. There's a little asterisk next to the number, or on FTC scores, I believe it tells you surrogate match somewhere in there. As we get different number of teams attending each meet, if we have 11 teams or 10 teams, basically not 12 or 16, we tend to have those surrogate matches. Alright, give me thumbs if we're ready to start. I smell lunch is cooking, I'm ready to eat. Looks like ready to randomize. It's a 6. That means the zone on the right is going to be Zonus points. Zonus points. So that means the blue alliance is shifting to their right, the red alliance is shifting to their right. Alright, one more round of films for register autonomous. Alright, thumbs if we're ready to start autonomous. Looks like red alliance is ready, blue alliance. I need thumbs if we're ready. Alright, ref looks ready, temperatures look ready, starting our match in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, we have one robot moving, another robot moving on the red alliance. Really wants those 2 points, and it'll probably get them. Our blue alliance lot. See another robotics trying to score on that medium junction for 4 points, they do get it. Oh, thank you. Thanks for directing me. They strafed into the blue terminal, not the red terminal. They're red alliance, so that actually was not this one. 4-0.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, all 4 robots moving on the field here for our 2-minute teleoperated period. A quick score for coming into the terminal for the red alliance. Blue alliance hovering around themselves, so we should get 100 for some cones here. We have a blue cone for the blue alliance scored into that ground junction, and then a cone scored into that low terminal. Red alliance with a push block there, trying to get another cone scored into the terminal. Their alliance partner going for the 5-point junction. Blue alliance dropping one of their cones. Red alliance showing us how it's done, getting that cone onto the tall junction. That is the 5-point junction. Minute 20 remaining, plenty of time. Alright, blue alliance waiting for cones to be placed. Cone gets placed into that substation. Unfortunately, that's knocked over. See how they can recover. Meanwhile, red alliance picking up another cone, 2381. Going up for the second high terminal, that'll be another 5 points. Remember, they're probably mixing terminals here because you get 3 points for ownership again. So that's going to be 5 points for each of those terminals, plus the rate of owning each of those 2 terminals. 45 seconds remaining. We got a strategy going here on the red alliance, just shoving codes into that terminal. Pushing some in, unfortunately knocking one out. No, it rolls back in, no problem. Getting close to end game here. That's our game's under 30 seconds remaining.
No, I don't like it. Why?
Red alliance racking up those single points at a time. The alliance partner going for more ownership, trying to get more of those junctions. 15 seconds remaining. So now with a last second on the low junction. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Alright, round of applause for our teams. Alright, looks like we have Red Alliance. I love the strategy there. Just straight back and forth, getting as much power as they can into that terminal. That's going to be fun to count. Red Alliance, their alliance partner, doing pretty good as well, scoring on the high, and low junction here. They were only 2 cones away from completing the circuit on the Red Alliance, which is good to know. So let's take a look at the circuit. They do have at least 1 cone in their terminal. A low junction connects to that terminal, goes to high, and all they needed was a cone on this low junction, and then in the corner here, they could have gotten that 20-point circuit bonus. Blue Alliance further away from the circuit, looks like they go terminal, corner, crown junction into this section here, but nothing connected to their terminal here, so no circuits in either team. Live scoring still going up. There might be some penalties in there. I don't know how much the live score. I'm talking about the field. There's a nice little checkers board up on the screen for me. You can always see where the circuits are. Now remember the circuits, each terminal connects to the 3 closest portions there. So that blue alliance here has a terminal that does connect to that blue on the left side bottom there. That does connect us, and you don't necessarily need that corner to connect to the turn.
That was after.
All right, we will be taking a break for lunch. We'll have the time on the screen for when lunch will be breaking. After that, we'll be going into match 7. We have 13 matches today. They're going to go a little bit faster. We're going to run through the matches after lunch. Now that people are getting used to how the matches are played, everything works. Live score going up on the screen here, 65 points for Red Alliance. 20 of those did come from Blue Alliance. 20 of those did come from the Red penalty. So 45-33 plus the 20 moves into 65. Alright, our penalty points there were one of the safety penalties. Players need to remember that when the robot is in the substation, human players cannot be interacting with those in that substation. That is a safety concern. We don't want people to get hit by robots, so that penalty is being applied there.
I imagine it's a influential place that has
Alright, another penalty I believe got called. Once a cone is placed in that substation, you cannot pick it up. Once it's placed, it's on the field. It touches the mat, you have to let go. We have someone trying to pick the cone up so they're off. Alright, we are breaking for lunch now. We will see everyone back here in 1 o'clock. That's why we're at 1 o'clock. We have one announcement real quick.
Alright, listen up. I want to talk about lunch really quick. Take a plate. Make sure to put the plates back on this corner here when you're done. Take care of the silverware. Don't throw it away, please. And enjoy lunch. And volunteers, of course, go help yourself to lunch.
We're waiting for one more team to show up on the field here.
Progress.
I believe that is Cutbox. Once they show up, then we're ready to the field to start.
It's here! I told you!
And this is the I need to stare at a device all the time.
Oh my god.
It looks like one of our teams had a little bit too much food in their robot. It is still in a post-lunch coma. We're unfortunately going to have to start without them. They should be back for their next match. But we are going to run with 3 robots that we have here today. Again, this is Meet Zero. We're here so we can learn and build the robots up. They're out there doing that right now, but we do want to get the games going. So we're going to run with just the 3 robots we have on the field here. Teams, make sure you initialize autonomous. Give me a thumbs if you're ready to randomize the field. Ready to randomize? So controller should be down. All right, let's randomize our field. It's A2. That means the middle zone is our signal zone. If any robot can drive forward and park completely in that middle zone, they will get a 10 or 20 point bonus if your brainstorms because they have that cool signal slate on their code. Alright, paper for 10 points. Random thumbs are ready to start. Ready to start? Ready to start? Starting our match in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, you see brainstorms moving in autonomous? They decided to stop there. Oh, but that's 20 points! Remember, our target goal there was in the middle, which is just random color for them, so well done. We joke the paper is 10 points. If they didn't have the paper, that would have only been a 10 points move forward on the tile. That piece of paper drops it up from 10 to 20.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we have 2 of 3 robots moving on the field. Our third robot maybe having some struggles getting started there. Looks like our first junction score might be on the blue or red line. Blue line's trying to score that. Doesn't quite get it. Red line's on brainstorms. Now trying to score that center junction. Looks like they're letting that cone go, but it rolls away from that ground junction. Blue lines trying to push some of those cones into their terminal. One of the blue lines cones trying to go to blue terminal. Red lines, we have a cone picked up over on the close side of the field there. Oh, a pretty good drop onto that low junction. That's a 3-point junction. Brainstorms on red lines. Here, robot. Coming around, scoring in the red terminal. That'd be that triangle corner on the field here. Coming forward, trying to grab some more cones on the red lines from that substation. Blue lines pushing that cone around the field. Probably trying to corral it around into their terminal. Brainstorms going for the red medium junction on the field there. We have 40 seconds remaining in the match. Some strategic placement of cones happening here on the red lines. It looks like they're trying to spread out where the cones are. Really valuing those 3 bonus points per junction claimed at the end of the match. That was our endgame buzzer in here. There's about 20 seconds remaining here. Blue lines all in zone there, pushing that third cone into the terminal. That's 1 point per cone. 13 seconds left. Red lines, the last couple seconds, we have one robot parked. We have another cone on that medium junction. 5 seconds left in the match. Going for a new blue lines placement here. And they get it. Red Lions with quite a few terminals claimed here. They had almost 1 point by that ground junction. I always like to check for circuits. I don't think we have one yet, but just to consider that this could be something teams are going to be doing in the future. They do have a cone in the terminal. They have a cone on that low junction, which jumps to that medium junction. Nothing quite connecting it from that corner to the back corner of the field. Whether a circuit goes across the field diagonally, red to red or blue to blue. Referees punching their score in.
Okay, they definitely won. It was 50. It was 54 to 5.
All right, live scores coming up. Teams, you can grab your robots off the field. Scores are being submitted now. Results coming up on the screen. Red Alliance with 61 points. Blue Alliance pushing 3 of those goes into the terminal, and then Parker with 62 points. Red Alliance with some of the 20 points on this, some of the score on quite a few junctions, getting those ground control points and owning those junction ending and those game points. These matches a little bit quicker than we were before lunch. Trying to get everyone out of here on time. One of our teams, Z Transformers here, is actually playing back-to-back matches. They would normally get a 5-minute window. They are confident their robot is good to go for another match. Looks like they performed very well in their last match. So they're saving us 5 minutes of time there to get the robot ready to go on the Blue Alliance. They were just playing Red Alliance in the previous match.
How come you were first robot probably not low? Geraldine just turned it on.
Robots sign up on the field. Can you believe when we were to do this in back in January, meet 3 when we got there? We're gonna have a match every 5 minutes. It goes that fast. It's pretty impressive. I think we're averaging about 9 or 10 minutes a match. So let's see if we can cut about a minute or 2 minutes off that. Alright teams, give me thumbs up ready to randomize.
Tell me if it connects.
We do have some missing safety glasses on the field, so someone's running up to grab those glasses right now. Meanwhile, I believe the robots are all visualized. Blue Lions here, just taking one more second to initialize their robot correctly here. There's two different modes that we run. There's the autonomous and teleoff. They look the same, but they're named differently. So just making sure that they've selected the right autonomous mode. Alright, we are now going to randomize the field. It is a 6.
Because nobody looks at the view out there.
So the cone's going to get rotated there. Doing the best we can to confuse our robots. Alright, one more round of thumbs if we're ready to start our autonomous period. Thumbs if we're ready. Thumbs if we're ready. Red Alliance, are you ready? Alright, we'll be starting in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, we have at least one robot moving. Looks like it navigated to the correct area. That is the right side of the field, because we rolled a 3 on the dice. Our other 3 robots not quite moving yet. They're just channeling their energy for the teleoperating period. We have 10 seconds left. We're just going to wait out that timer until someone tells us what to do. Alright, that signal says that teams can start driving their robots in teleoff mode. That means human control. That means with those joysticks. All 4 robots moving on the field. Our first score looks like it's going to be, actually for Blue Alliance, looking up by Red Alliance, just to do it. Sputnik over on the Telco here. That is a 5-point junction that they just scored on. Blue Alliance trying what they can on that medium junction and not quite scoring. Z-Transformers on the Blue Alliance does score that medium junction. Their Alliance partner going for another cone in that substation over on the Blue Alliance. All the robots now trying to grab their second cone. They have 2 options for grabbing cones. They're stacked on the close and far walls of the field. They can grab off. They can also go to their Alliance substation where the human players can place cones into the field for the robots to grab. Z-Transformers is scoring on a low junction there. Half our match time remaining with 1 minute left. All the robots kind of in a pause here, trying to see where they can get their next cone from, trying to navigate the field. You'll see a lot of different sizes and shapes of robots on the field here. These junctions are pretty close to each other. There's only about 19 or 20 inches between junctions. The robots are typically 18 inches, so a lot of robots were scaled down this year to try and fit everything. 30 seconds remaining. Let's see if anything can get scored in the game. We're pushing a cone into that terminal for the Red Alliance. 15 seconds left. Blue Alliance already going for a park. Red Alliance having some fun, plowing through some cones. Trying to score another one into that terminal. They do. 3 seconds left on the clock. Alright, round of applause for our teams here. Referees now going to go through and make sure they scored everything correctly. Quick look over on the Red Alliance. We have 2 cones scored in the terminal. That's the triangle in the corner of the field. Trying to look around for anything else scored on the Red Alliance. I believe they may have had some autonomous points as well. Over on the Blue Alliance, we did see the autonomous points for the Blue Alliance.
Still got first place. It was.
Our referee now explains to the Blue Alliance that we do have that safety effect where when a robot is ever in that substation, in that triangle, human players are not allowed to pass the playing field wall. That's a safety issue, so the referee's really making sure that you're nice and synchronized. And it's harder than you think because you got your driver standing up behind you controlling the robot.
Anyone's using
and then that human player really needs to time it correctly with safety.
Yeah, I saw a cone with April tag. I saw a cone on there with April tag. Gabe, I saw a cone down there with April tag.
I know, I saw it too.
I'm really submitting their scores.
He's mad about it because he doesn't know.
Our referees have submitted scores. Final score coming up on the screen shortly. All right, 44 points for our Blue Lions. 40 points for the Falcons. Really carrying the team there. Driver control 13 ending with their 11 points. Those 11 points coming from junction ownership and then parking as well. All right, we will be going into a 5-minute break. I believe we had a battery die on the field for one of our robots, and that same robot is playing in our next match. So we'll be taking a 5-minute break until we start match number 10, I believe. Waiting for match number 9.
Oh, they're there.
It's not loading.
You know that, did you know that Nintendo Wii controllers connect to computers? Oh yeah, and also
Did you turn down the volume without me dying? Don, did you turn down the volume?
Turn down? Up or down?
Down. Off. I'm getting chased by a police officer because I set a trap. See? You see the trap?
How could you chase a child running the subway all day?
well, no, because he's back.
Still not
Because it's a cliche.
Okay, T. Here's your goal, T. Dude. See, I'm trying to get grandchildren to now. You can't, because it doesn't matter. You're not going to date them till later. Don't carry your backpack. There you go. But it's that, T.
Which one is driving your gaming computer? This one.
The white one.
Okay. Can I co-op to your charge so that way I can actually program?
My computer's really bad.
This program is more important than
I literally want
You can steal Jacob.
Nope. You know why?
Why?
Do you see that in? Do you see that? Can I plug in my computer first? Because this is actually streaming what they're doing down there to 108 people currently online, and it's 149 people have seen it.
Alright, as promised, 5 minutes later, we have 4 robots on the field. Teams setting up their autonomous here. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up when you initialize your autonomous delivery.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Blue Alliance, 50% there. Red Alliance, go ahead and initialize your autonomous. Preload that code, make sure you're set up correctly. Alright, autonomous should be fun to this match. Our head refs, I'm sure you're pointing out, we have 3 custom team-provided sleeves. Blue, and Red Alliance here. Red Alliance and Blue Alliance both have, I believe, April tags. Those are those unique fiducial markers that you see printed along the triangle components here. On Blue Alliance, a slightly different approach. Some of their team members Photoshop onto the faces of funds. But as long as it has the triple dots and you have your number at the bottom, it's valid, okay? Alright, looks like we're initialized. Thumbs up, we're ready again. Blue, we're ready? Alright, we're going to randomize the field. It's a 3. That means if you're a robot, you want to drive forward and a little bit to the right. Alright, one more round of thumbs if we're ready. Thumbs if we're ready, Blue Alliance? Red Alliance, you ready? Alright, starting our match in 3, 2, 1, go! As promised, autonomous delivering Red Alliance, trying to park into that right junction, that right signal zone. Brainstorms on the Blue Alliance, parking into that right signal zone. Remember, robot brakes, and we have to fix the robot direction. Simi Valley Robotics on the Blue Alliance, scoring onto that medium junction. That will give them 4 points, but parked in the middle, not on the right where they should be. About 5 seconds remaining. Good work.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. Good luck. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we have at least 3 or 4 robots on, and don't too worry about our first one here. It was moving in autonomous. There it goes, it's wiggling around now. Hey, Brainstorm, would you like to get closer over here? I'm going to give you some space. Brainstorm's going for that blue cone on top of the stack. Their Alliance partner, Simi Valley, also going for the stack of cones over on the other side. We're actually switching ownership of a junction here. That might be the first time we've seen that, at least that I've seen. Sputnik here coming over to the blue side of the field, not necessarily trying to claim back ownership of that medium junction. Simi Valley on the Blue Alliance claiming it back. Brainstorms here, going for some junctions over on the red side of the field. Remember, there's not actually specific sides. You can score on any of these 25 junctions. Minute 15 remaining. Okay, what's going on here? I'm not a ref, I'm not going to call it out, but I did hear Sunjoy say right now that does not count as scored. 1 minute remaining in the match, half our match time left. Teams now starting to use their substations to get more cones from the human players. Brainstorms for blue going for that middle junction. Sputnik nearing it, going for that middle junction as well. Simi Valley, got their hands around the cone, didn't quite grab it. Both red and blue scoring at middle junction. They're live scoring a pretty high number right now, getting close to ending, 35 seconds remaining. Simi Valley dropping another cone. Sputnik going for another claim, maybe. Struggling a little bit on that ground Traffic junction. One comes forward. Over City Valley. 15 seconds remaining. One robot parked over in the terminal. City Valley following another cone. Brainstorms going for a low junction over on the red side. Sputnik going for another clean. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. All right. I believe, and don't quote me on this, I think we have our first circuit completion. Our second field again. I'm not a referee, but I think we have terminal, low junction, medium junction is claimed by blue because that red cone I don't believe is scored. Center, medium, slow, and then terminal. I believe that completes the circuit. Oh, it even shows up on the scoreboard. Look how cool that is. And then we're completing a circuit gives you a 20-point bonus.
Hey, chat. Somebody tell me if 93 points is the world record?
That's pretty cool. That got interesting at the end there. We can see Red Alliance trying to counteract that circuit scoring by trying to reclaim that medium post. Remember, you're allowed to plow through cones to get them out of your way as long as it's not a strategic advantage. Herding would be if you're getting a group of cones, you're going through them, but it does give you some advantage in the field. I'm not sure if the penalty was delivered or not. We'll see that in the final score when it goes. It looks like no penalties were delivered, just a warning there. Our new high score, 97 points for the Blue Lions. Give it up one more time for a circuit conclusion here. We are going to go right into match number 10. There was no 5-minute break on this one. Setting up on the field, we have Chromium Robotics and Spudbox for the Red Alliance. Unfortunate to hear that Spudbox is doing deep surgery on their robot. It is still under general anesthesia and will not be awake for the rest of the match today. But it looks like it's going to make a full recovery for Blue Alliance. So Red Alliance, Chromium holding it down, and Blue Alliance against some Royal Robotics and Savage Spud.
Yes.
Which is the first piece. Otherwise, you go down PCB.
Tell me, I don't know what you have. It's pretty easy. No, but that's what I try to teach kids. So we basically Jones for his project. So he took his classical conversation there, and if there is, it tells me what number it is, position it's based on. Every single experiment. It's very nice. Like I'm going to get that back to you. That's right. How you
Alright, we have three robots set up on the field here. As I said, one robot still under surgery, didn't make a full recovery, but will be able to make it to the this match. Teams, go ahead and initialize your autonomous program. Set your phones down. Give me thumbs if you initialize. Red looks ready. Blue.
I'm playing car thief again. I'm playing car thief again. Look. Car thief. Hey, look, I'm playing car thief.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and randomize the field. Alright, that is a 4, which means the robots
Look, you can
left.
get in the car.
Where we're going to be scoring. So if you're blue alliance, it's going to be on their left. Red alliance, it's going to be on their left. Alright, let's get one more round of thumbs from our teams.
I found a bus. I found a bus.
Listen to feel that roar. Everything's our teams. Red alliance, are ready. Blue alliance, are ready. We will start autonomous in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, we have some robots dashing across the field. Blue alliance in their terminal, red alliance in their terminal, and they terminated. Good job. Alright, that should be 2 points per side, I believe. Did we push any cones in? Oh, we did get a cone on the blue and red. Didn't see those. That should be 3 points each. 10 seconds remaining in autonomous. Let the robots focus their energy, channel their thoughts. Ready for live lessons?
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, robots are off. Our human player immediately placing a cone into their substation. Red Alliance doing the same, placing one cone into their substation. All the robots driving around now. 16, 7, 26. Getting a score onto that ground junction. A pretty fun strategy on the Blue Alliance here. They're scoring as many as they can into that terminal. Red Alliance picking up on that. That's Chromium doing the same strategy as well. Just kind of shoveling cones forward and back. Oh, we got a wheel down on the field. You gotta make sure that robot's not going to damage the field as it drives around, but if it can drive, it can drive. Chromium with a delicate maneuver here. They're only trying to control one cone at a time. They do split one from the pack. That means they can score that cone without penalty. To be fair, the Red Alliance only started with 4 wheels to begin with, so if anything, this might even it out. Scoring their wheel into the terminal, it does not count as points. Unfortunately, we're going to have to check with head ref Sung Choi here. No, I'm gonna assume that means no points to the wheel. 37 seconds remaining here, getting close to end game. Actually, that's an important distinction. Alright, just a few seconds left in the match. Sorry, 20 seconds left in the match here. That was the end game that just signaled. Robots trying to figure out when do they want to park, when do they want to keep moving cones. Blue Alliance parked in their terminal, Red Alliance parked in their terminal. 10 seconds left. Are they going to park or go for it? They're going for one more cone. We'll see if that cone's going to matter. That was the last second decision by them.
An auctioneer.
Alright, that's the end of the match here. Let's take a look at the field. Red Alliance looks like they have a few more cones in their terminal. Blue Alliance does have 2 robots. So they parked 2 robots at the end of the match, which was smart. They also have this cone here scored in a ground terminal. Ground terminals are worth 2, but they get 3 more for ownership. Alright, in a dramatic turn of events, this whole game might be swung on a penalty here. We're going to see if the referees side one way or the other. It sounds like what happened was in autonomous. Once the countdown happens, 3, 2, 1, go. The players hit play on their phone, and the robot has to drive on its own for those 30 seconds without any human interference. I believe what had happened was a human player hit the stop button on the phone in the middle of that 30-second autonomous because the robot was just spinning its wheels against the wall. So you're not allowed to do that. We're going to see if penalty comes in the live scoring here. I believe it did because Red Lions has jumped from 14 to 24. Alright, the league scores are submitted. Live scores should be on the screen shortly. We'll see if this score will stick. Rhodium on their own taking the win because of that 10-point penalty. It would have been 14 to 18, a very close game otherwise. The Red Lions taking that win. Alright, we do have another 5-minute break before match 11. With the teams now to see if they need to take that 5-minute break or not. Again, because we have only 10 teams and we want to shuffle the teams between matches, sometimes teams do have to play back-to-back. In that case, we can give them the opportunity to request it. It looks like one of our teams does need that 5-minute break. Totally valid. Looks like our 3-wheel robot is getting 5 minutes to get that 4-wheel back on. So we'll be back in 5 minutes before we start match number 11.
When I finally got it's car thief, and I finally stole the bus. It's so hard to catch on foot.
Is that GTA -2? Is that GTA -2? No. It's on a game site too. It's Subway Surfers, but it's like
No. It's car thief.
Race is learning about it. That's what GTA stands for. Maurice Grand Theft Auto. It literally stands for what?
I got out of the.
That's base.
Look, I got out of it. Pete, I'm gonna steal his van. Look, you just press F.
Why is Maurice following the white van?
Lions, Sputnik, and Royal Robotics. Blue Lions, Savage, Spud, and Killer Instincts K.
It happened last time I tried to steal something.
Go ahead and initialize your autonomous program on your device.
No, Maurice is skip.
Preview those codes on your robot. Set your controllers down.
That is the
Give
audio
where I used to be a thumbs up.
What's up, chat? Let's go. Can we get the F in the chat for Jacob's camera skills?
I think the bus takes long.
Where is that bus?
She's gone.
I'll just wander off. Wait. Aha.
The ultimate open world game.
Yo, it even has a mini map. Okay, now you have nitrous, Maurice. I bet space is nitrous. It's shift nitrous.
No, it's this. It's
Alright,
shift.
4 robots set on the field. Go ahead and initialize. Give them thumbs if you're ready.
You know when you're in GTA and you hit something with a motorcycle and you get like thrown?
Wait.
The map's not big enough for it to work here.
We did get an F in the chat for my camera skills. We got 2 Fs in the chat.
People are actually watching.
I know, right? I tried to run the audio off of the camera that's doing the video, but in practice, the foghorn noise
Get to the airport.
No, I'm going to the runway.
Yeah, you can steal helicopters.
Alright, teams, go ahead and give thumbs up if you're ready to randomize.
This one.
Red Lions, looks ready, controls are down, robots are initialized. Blue Lions, ready to randomize. Okay, we're going to randomize the field. Oh, that's the same thing. Show random. Alright, we have regular 3, which means the robots right would be our bonus 20-point zone. 10-point zone, sorry, 2 on the field, so 10 points each. Alright, thumbs up are ready. Teams are ready. Red Lions, Blue Lions.
Stop. No.
We will start our match in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, we have a robot. Ooh, he's zipping over real quick. It's on this, getting 2 points in the parking. There's another 20 seconds left. It's suspenseful. We'll see what could happen. Any robot can do that any time and try and score more points. Probably not.
If you find the
If you don't
airport,
see the cone, there is a cone in that junction, so that is a 3-point autonomous, not a 2-point autonomous. Don't forget, if that cone's in the junction at the end of the match, they get a point for the junction scoring as well.
Drivers, pick up your controls. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we have 4 robots in. We have cones being placed into those alliance substations. That's the spot where cones can be delivered by the human player for robots to interact with. Sputnik for the Red Lions, trekking across the field, storming into the far terminal for them, and already have cones in their closed terminal. Because I think partway to the second, we'll see what they can do with that. Blue Lions, both of them looks like they're trying to score in the terminal. A little bit of traffic jamming over on the Blue Lions. We'll see how that team coordinates. One Blue Lions bot trying to push into the terminal. The other Blue Lions bot looks like they're trying to pick up and score onto those junctions. Sputnik on the Red Lions middle, if you're going to look for a medium height junction. Trying to get that lineup correct, and they do that using a medium point junction. Those are 4 points. Low junctions being 3, 1, 2. Sputnik doing a little better with the traffic jam, using their 2 robots on separate corners in the field. Royal robots on red doing a good job pushing those cones into their terminal. Sputnik on the opposite side of the field, grabbing this pre-stack of 5 to score with. Blue Lions looks like they've caught on.
I'm trying to find an airport.
They're now grabbing from their preloaded stack over on the far side of the field and continue to push cones into their terminal. Getting close to ending here. About 30 seconds remaining. This means ending objectives are in play. We could see some beacons being placed for scoring. We can also see some parking. We do see a part both from the Red Lions into their terminal. Sputnik on red going for another tap on that low cone. They do get it. That's 3 for the low, plus 3 for ownership. Could give them up to 6. 5 seconds remaining. Trying to fit more robots in that parking zone. I don't think they quite got it. That's it. Round of applause for our teams. that's scoring, showing a pretty strong lead. Oh, did we get another circuit on Red Alliance? I totally missed it. Let's take a look at the field again. They have terminal, they have the low cone, goes to medium, goes to the ground junction, goes to this medium, back to low, into the terminal. I believe that leads a circuit for the Red Alliance. That is that jump and score at the end of the match there. You see it on the scoreboard, moving on to 62 points. Alright, I believe scores are being submitted shortly. We should see a live score soon. Some interesting questions coming up with the scoring in the blue side terminal that we're seeing in the corner there. I believe we're going to go benefit out on both these rows, but don't quote me on that. That's just what I've heard so far. We do have one code that's being supported by a robot and is not touching the ground. And we're not quite sure if that counts as being scored because the robot is still in possession of that code, since the code is not touching the ground. But the code is leaning on another code which is touching the ground, so there's a little bit of gray area there. We're going to see that plus or minus 1 point. We're going to see how that goes. Another consideration we're talking about, at one point in the match, there were at least 2 cones stored in the terminal, and those 2 cones have rolled out of the terminal when the robot pushed them back in. So they were already scored, but because they came out, does that count as possessing and scoring multiple cones at the same time? I don't think we're going to get any penalties out. I'm going to guess they're going to get points for those things. We're going to look those rules up in the future, so the future pieces will have answers to those questions. Alright, final scores have been submitted. It looks like Red Alliance did get a penalty, which will give Blue 10 points, but Red Alliance still walk away with the win here. 37 endgame points, 20 of those for completing that circuit. That penalty on the Red Alliance was our human player placing cones outside of the substation. So it looks like a cone had been placed that was not touching or inside of that red tape requirement. Alright, we are setting up for match number 12. We have 2 more matches today. On match 12, we have Z-Transformers and Sea Valley on red and Chromium Brainstorms on blue. This will be a rematch between our first match of the day with Sea and Brainstorms. Chromium in second place paired up with Brainstorms, making it really hard for Red Alliance here, but this could be a new high score match. Taking a look at the ranking we have here. Alright, we have 2 more matches left in the day. Between match 12 and 13, we may or may not have a 5-minute break. We're going to see if that team needs that 5 minutes. Alright, while we're setting up on the field here, I have a question for those of you that are taller than me right now. In previous years, I haven't found the view from the second floor to be very good. Because you always need to like look down on or like look next to the field. How is it this year with like the upper ground chest stuff? Is it better? Is it worse? Thumbs up? Pretty good? Okay. Oh yeah, because last year we had the stacked wobble bowls and you couldn't see underneath it, so you wanted to be next to the field. Yeah, definitely plays more like a chess or checkers game this year. I mean, it looks like there's more people, maybe about even upstairs and downstairs right now. Alright, so I'm getting some. I know we have one team still setting up here, but let's see if everyone else is ready. Alright, we're ready to randomize the field. It's a 6. That means the spot on the right will be bonus points for our robots here. Alright, all of our signals rotated to the number 3. Here comes if we're ready, teams. Thumbs up, we're ready. Thumbs up, ready. Starting our match in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, we have all 4 robots moving in autonomous now. Blue Lions getting a cone stored in their terminal plus that parking points. Looks like Brainstorm is parking in the correct spot. Simi Valley going for that 4-point delivery. They do get that. And some rock, paper, scissors with 10 seconds left. I didn't even see it. It was so fast. No, it wasn't.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we have 3 of our 4 robots moving on the field. Still waiting on one of our blue bots. The ones that are moving, there's our 4th blue bot. Simi Valley and Brainstorms mirroring each other, picking up cones from that far stack here. Brainstorms having a little bit of trouble trying to line up with that blue stack. Simi Valley and the Red Alliance choosing their first position to be that center ground junction. An interesting decision. We'll see how that plays off. Their alliance partner going for a low score on that low junction there. They do get that. Brainstorms, we've seen this before. Their human player stacks 3 cones, 1 at a time, to follow those rules. But they like to pick up from that 3 stack. Once it goes down to 2, they replenish that to 3. Z-Transformers on red. Looks like they might be going for another low junction over on the close wall there. Simi Valley picking up from the corner stack, the far wall stack here. Looks like they might be trying, let's see what they're going to do here. Coming over, maybe trying to reclaim that ground junction. I think that's the first time we've seen a reclaim on the ground. Brainstorm's going for that 5 stack again, grabbing a cone off the top. Ooh, knocks over the other 4. Does get the low stack, but now because they knock those over, they might be competing with their alliance partner, trying to get into that substation to get some of those cones. They're stacked against the wall, but we've seen that has not been a problem for them in the past. Simi Valley and Z-Transformers on red. Looks like they're just flaming their way slowly across the field. That was the end game buzzer with 30 seconds left. I can't shot call here, but if you're in the audience, start looking for circuits. Blue Alliance going for another cone pickup. Looks like they do knock it over. About 12 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what the final decisions are from our team members here. Looks like we're going for parts on the Red Alliance. I hear applause from all sides to see the final. got completed because we don't have two terminals with cones in them, right? Blue's missing one there, red's missing one over here. So this is going to come strictly down to our autonomous and who got the most scores here in teleop. Blue Alliance looks like they have 1, 2, 3, 4 cones, 5 cones on junctions here. Red Alliance has a few more, but they're the lower value junctions. A lot of them are on those low junctions where Blue has more of those medium junctions scored. You do get 3 bonus points for each, junction that they possess. We did see a fun takeover here. That was an interesting swap there for Red Alliance to cap over the Blue Alliance on that ground junction. You probably heard it better than I did, but I think the robot is sticking out of the field. Oh! So it could be. Just a warning, we're being told a 60-60 tie. Blue Alliance representing autonomous, but the only game for Red Alliance is getting points coming from owning those junctions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 junctions owned. We'll give them 27 plus 2 for parking, 31 endgame points for Red to bring it to a tie in match number 12. Round of applause again for these teams. What a great match. Alright, Team Federal, off the field. We got one more match to play today. Match number 13 coming up shortly. We have Riptide Robotics and CD Valley Robotics in red. Blue Alliance is going to be Spedbots and Royal. We'll be taking our 5-minute break for one of these teams swap it back as we go back. And then back for our last match of the day, match 13.
Because we could do that because we wouldn't get pinned during one. If you get pinned during one,
and we went really well through it because of all the background. This is so. Hi, it's interesting. Don't see that a lot in FTC, but I think we'll be seeing more of that in this game. I can't remember the last time we were this high. We've lost it once. Wow, it's been a while. For me, like a really league meet for overall coverage. Hard to say.
do you want to place fiscal bets on how many people will move on to April Tag by the next round?
I generally advise against physical bets in general, but
as a joke.
It's as a joke, obviously. But it comes down to what a team's priority is, whether they're more focused on defense or focused on working on
You were surging, so 5, this is your 6. Alright, thumbs if we're ready to start our match. Match 13, are you ready? Alright, we'll start our match in 3. Alright, just making sure that signal sleeve was set up correctly. Alright, we have already randomized the field, so we're not supposed to be touching anything else on the robot or the controller. I think we're still going to start our match. One more round of thumbs? Yeah. For real this time, in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, Royal Robotics just ran things as they did, getting their 3 points for Thomas. Red Alliance not going for a stack of cones, just for fun. Sea Valley getting their 4 points and strategically choosing to stay in those center tiles for 20 points. Alright, a couple seconds left in Thomas here.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we have 1, 2, 3 robots moving on the field, which is good because there's only 3 this match. 2-minute tally-up period has started. We've seen... Oh, I think I know what's going on here for Royal Robotics. Those mechanism wheels can be finicky sometimes. A bolt just spun loose, we got a little robot debris on the field for the Blue Alliance, but they're making it work. Pushing against that wall, striking left and right. Over on the Red Alliance, Sea Valley picking up a cone, scoring on a low junction. Their alliance partner, picking up that cone, also storing onto a low junction. We've seen a couple different strategies from the teams here. Sometimes the goal is just to claim the largest number of junctions. They want those 3 ownership points at the end of the match for each junction they claim. Sometimes they go for circuits. I'm not sure what the strategy is on red. I can tell you the strategy on blue. In case you're not watching, it is to put as many cones as you can into that terminal. And dang, they are pretty good at that. Only half the match time remaining in that terminal is more than half full, so we're going to see how they can get creative pushing those cones in there. The Red Alliance navigating all the way around the field. I'm curious where they're trying to go. They went over, down, left, right. Getting close to endgame with about 30 seconds left. Seems like a bit of indecision going on with the Red Alliance here. That was a big game buzzer. Panic is setting in. They don't quite line up correctly, they do get 1. World Robotics happy with their score. They're going to go for that park and get those 2 points at the end of the match. 15 seconds left. Team Figure will do the last 7 seconds remaining. We have a robot that parked over in the terminal, another one parked in the terminal there. I feel like we were maybe close to a circuit. Round of applause for our teams here. That was our last match of the day. Looks like Red Alliance was at least 2 cones away from a circuit. I'm trying to split it in my head different ways, but we never got a cone in the terminal there. Red Alliance never got a connection from that front half of the field to the back half of the field here. But still, a pretty impressive score with 76 points. A bunch of ownership will do that, as well as that autonomous 20-point bonus for parking. I'll tell you, this is the first time I've seen the scoring app on the iPad. I have no idea what I'm looking at. This is like an Excel spreadsheet with colors and numbers that I don't understand. So Red Alliance Station is there. So in each of these, I'm going to try on that front and figure out what that says. I'm feeling the left starting straight up here. scores are about to be submitted. I don't see any crazy change in the scoring happening. Referees just confirming whether a code was scored to Thomas or not. Small point changes here. Live score coming up. 71 to 15, no line, 6 in the lane. 44 Thomas, 45 Rabbit, and 22 ownership points. That is our last match of the day. Thank you everyone for coming out. That is the end of the day. Have a safe drive home. Please remember to return your volunteer coach and driver badges. Please help clean up if you can. OBS would appreciate any help we can in getting stuff torn down here. If you have borrowed anything from another team, please return it. And if you made any friends, exchange emails or something. Otherwise, we'll see everyone back here in 2 weeks, same time, same place, for week number 1.
All right, looks like that concludes our stream, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I know we had some technical difficulties and accidentally opened mic during lunch and some mute mics in other places, but overall, glad we were able to stream it, have people tune in, see what's going on here in the humble little corner of the SoCal region. And for a Meet Zero, this is definitely one of the smoothest I can remember in recent history. Usually Meet Zeros are a lot more of a struggle. So, yeah, it's been good. Thanks for tuning in. I guess that's it. Yeah.